Chicken Little really fell from the sky, and half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. Art and Blow coming through with the truth. Keep it 100, that's the only rule. Every week, bring something you ain't know. Hot topics, that's the name of the show. Hit us with a like, follow, share, and a cash app coming to your player. Chicken Little really fell from the sky, and half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. It's time to tell the truth. 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 It's time to tell the truth.
Guess who's back? It's your boy Art, my sidekick Blow. Welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. We got a hot topic for y'all tonight. It's called putting the plays together. Yeah, we're going to show y'all how they put the plays together. Blow been talking about it the whole time, how they run the plays, how they put the play together. We're going to show you today the playwriters, the scriptster, the production art. We're going to show it all to you tonight and show you how they ran the biggest con in American history on the whole entire world, on the population. Man, it's big.
It's time to tell the truth. You already know how it go. Give us a call, 704-449-6563 at highlight, at everyone, at your followers. Like the page, put your cash apps up. You can watch us on YouTube as well. If your comments don't come up, you got to watch us on YouTube. Search Time to Tell the Truth podcast, all one word, and we'll be able to put your comments up on the screen. Again, a lot of people ask me, a lot of people ask Art, Time to Tell the Truth podcast, all one word in the search bar. It'll be the top thing, and you can come in, you throw your comments up. We can put it on the screen. We'll have a conversation with you. But today's topic is putting the plays together.
Yeah, we're going to show y'all how they put the plays together. We got a few video clips that we want to show you. Me and Blow been talking about it from day one. The stuff they make you put in your body, the stuff that they get you to do, the way that y'all turn against people. They run this play on everything. See, the thing about it is, Blow, they always running the play. They might run it in a different area, but it's the same play. They keep running it over and over again. Why change the play when something works?
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that we have a problem with today is thinking for yourself. A lot of people are allowing the government and doctors and people to think for them. You have to think for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to learn to do some critical thinking, not just think for yourself, but critical think. Hey, we see you out there, Keisha Kiki. Thanks for joining in. You got to learn to think for yourself. That's what me and Blow is here about. Me and Blow has taken criticism over the years for thinking for ourselves. We ain't letting nobody think for us. We do it on our own. We see the play developing. We tell y'all about it. Sometimes y'all backlash on us about it. But we're going to keep putting it out here.
Well, even when it comes down to the jab, we came on here and we showed you the numbers on the screen that 2% of the people that was getting COVID at the time, only 2% out of 100% of the people was dying. And that 2%, more than half, 75, 80% of that 2% was the elderly or obese or people that had comorbidities. So me and Art was asking the question then, if we know 98% of the people that get it is going to survive it, why do they have to have this thing in everybody?
Right. Well, what all we was doing basically was presenting a common sense scenario. And I think, I don't know where common sense come into play at or where it leaves out at, but that's in every facet of what we do. Seems like they know how to steal common sense and interject something else into the situation. It's just like if you wanted to vote, why in the world do you not need a freaking ID to vote when you need it for everything else? They would take that common sense away from you, you know what I'm saying, and make you believe that it's Jim Crow or whatever, whatnot, to have an ID to vote.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because fast forward, how can you go from you could possibly be in the 98% of people does not go pass away if you get it to now? We just looked it up before we came on. 72% of everybody on the planet, 72%. That's almost 3 out of every 4 got at least one dose of the jab.
Yeah, which is
great. And then it says 67%, which almost we'll say 3 out of 5 got all of them.
Yeah.
We're talking about something that once you got it, you probably that's the best thing that can happen to you because now you got natural immunity.
Right.
But this is something we know. we know that if it wasn't for natural immunity, then everybody would get sick every single day.
Yeah.
Because we all touch gas pumps, we all go in and out of stores. We don't just wash our hands immediately. Some of us maybe do, people with OCD, but even people with OCD miss on something. You could just be walking and just brush up against something with your guardrails. You touch your eyes, you touch your nose. We don't just get sick every single day. So we know for a fact that that's how natural immunity works. And like I told Art before we came on, that's how God works. But see, they want you to believe in and have you believing in everything but God himself.
Yeah, well, that's the play. That's the biggest play out of all. Let's get God out of it. You know for a fact you're going to take God out of everything. Right? Sexy summer camp for kids. Come on, man. Teaching little boys and girls how to masturbate. That ain't no God in that, man.
No, ain't no God in that.
Yeah, make it a man, a woman, a man. Come on, God ain't in that, man.
I asked Art a question. I said, if you were standing with your own child with no ill intent behind it, and the police knocked on your door, and they opened your door, and you were standing in front of your child with no ill intent, and they was masturbating, they would take you to jail.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how can you drop your child off somewhere and don't think this stuff is sick? But these the same people that want to see the Epstein files and all this crazy stuff. They trick you into believing that they against the very thing they stand on. They stand on pedophilia. They stand on having women with beards and men with boobs and stuff going to schools and reading the 3 and 4 and 5-year-olds.
Right. You know, and like I told Blow, look, I'm not a homophobe or nothing like that. I don't care what you do. You can do what you want to do. The only thing that you cannot do is get me to say that it's okay. I'm not going to say it's okay. I'm not going to say it's right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's okay for you to do what you want to do, but you can't get me to say that that's right. And I agree with it. That's the problem right there. That's just like
that's what they forcing down our throats.
Exactly. They trying to take the most.
Exactly. Come on, man. The same people, the same way you allow all these people to come in with, like I say, men in dresses and stuff. Because I don't want to keep bringing up to make it seem like we homophobic. But this is my point. You have trans people coming there and read the kids, but me and Art can't go in there and read the Bible.
Right.
That's a problem.
A big problem.
And that's a problem that needs to be addressed.
Absolutely. Now, the biggest scandal known to man to this date, to me, okay, is the COVID scandal. Because it went global. It went worldwide. They pulled this thing off around the world. You know, they pulled this biggest scam off. And we're going to show y'all how they do it. It's not just the Mossad, it's the whole deep state. The deep state works throughout the world. Okay, they don't just work in one spot. They work throughout the whole world. You know, we got a film. Blow, you want to show them that one first on the Mossad, telling you exactly how they run the screenplay?
Well, yeah, we can, but I want them to see the numbers first.
Okay,
the numbers on the COVID thing.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
To this day, doctors, by and large, aren't admitting this. The federal health officials still aren't. The media certainly is. I mean, all these people, members of Congress, they cut videos. You know, get that jab. And Stephen Colbert public on the global public. So at this point in time, there's such cognitive dissonance. They don't want to believe that something that they mandated, coerced, recommended, pushed on people killed them or permanently disabled them, which is why I cannot get on a major news network with what I consider is the greatest scandal in government history.
You know that the COVID vaccines are toxic and that they cause way amount of adverse events, more than any other vaccine that's been recommended. In fact, let me just play you a 30-second clip here to explain this to you.
Swine flu vaccine, 1976. There was one serious adverse event per 100,000 people vaccinated, and the vaccine was withdrawn. This is good because the principle is we should do no harm, and the vaccine should be good for the individual that receives the vaccine. So vaccine was withdrawn. Rotavirus vaccine, RotaShield, 1999. 1 to 2 serious adverse events per 10,000 people given the vaccine. And again, rightly, the vaccine was withdrawn. At the moment, COVID-19 mRNA vaccines, there's 1 serious adverse event per 800 people that are vaccinated. And the vaccine is officially promoted. Now, some of you might be a little confused about this. Join the club, so am I.
Let's talk about this for a second.
All right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there, that show you where we at with it. We're dealing with something where in the past, if they had one person get sick or one bad side effect or one death out of every 100,000 shots, they'll pull it all the way off the market.
Right, exactly.
Or 1 or 2 adverse events out of every 10,000, they will pull it off the market.
Right. Now you had
but now they got 25 out of now they got 25 out of every 800, and they promoted it.
Yeah, officially promoted it. And nobody
when they knew that everybody didn't need it.
Right, exactly. That was the point.
Crazy.
Yeah. But that's what you get. That's what you get when you're dealing with a rogue government. I mean, just to leave it right there for a second, Blow. Listen, they sit up there and say it's a dictator in effect. But you got a whole rogue government right there that just gonna go rogue on you. That is the very reason that I don't want healthcare for all. It sounds good. People make this thing a great concept. Hey, they ought to give us all free healthcare. Yeah, I say that they should too. But what about when you get a rogue government up there, okay, that's gonna tell you you're gonna have to put something like this in your body, or they ain't gonna give you no healthcare, and you can't get it from nowhere else. That's gonna be a major problem. Now they're just gonna let you die because you won't take that, which is what they was doing during COVID. You remember, Blow, you couldn't even get a kidney if you didn't take that shot.
Yeah, exactly. You had people telling us if we get sick, don't even go to the doctor.
Absolutely, which was terrible.
Christians.
A Christian. Yeah. Well, it's crazy.
We'll get back to it.
All right.
So someone's doing something about it, or at least trying to shed light on it. It's Senator Ron Johnson. He's a Republican U.S. Senator from Wisconsin, and he's currently serves as the chair of the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations, and he's been holding hearings on the COVID-19 vaccine. Welcome to the show, Senator Ron Johnson.
Well, Jimmy, first of all, thanks for having me on, because the majority of the legacy media is completely ignoring what I consider the greatest government scandal in my lifetime. And I love that you had that clip of Dr. John Campbell. He's been doing great work, as have you, in terms of trying to bring the truth to the American public. So thanks for having me on.
It's my pleasure. And you actually have a report, Unmasked, how Biden health officials purposely turned a blind eye towards COVID-19 vaccine safety signals. And you explain how they did masking. And I just want to tell, what is masking? It occurs when data about side effects from multiple vaccines are added together. This mathematically hides signals that are attributable to any one specific vaccine. It's a known flaw, and it was especially problematic when a new vaccine that is being administered to hundreds of millions of people is analyzed. And of course, someone at the FDA caught this, Dr. Sartzman. She developed a method to address this problem, and her analysis found approximately 25 previously undetected safety signals. And she didn't keep it to herself. Beginning in early 2021, she shared her findings with the FDA officials who are responsible for monitoring the safety of the COVID-19 vaccines. They largely ignored her and eventually told her to stop. And so this is what your report talks about, this masking and this using mathematical mumbo jumbo to hide this, the adverse events. Isn't that what's happening?
Correct. And Jimmy, because we have some time, if we can back up and just kind of lay some foundational information for your audience. The VAERS system, the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, was established in 1990. Prior to 2021, on average, VAERS reported about 280 deaths associated with various vaccines, 280 deaths, anaphylactic shock, that type of thing. In 2021, with the advent of the COVID injections, they reported 21,000 worldwide deaths. So 280 on average to all of a sudden 21,000. Now, prior to the COVID injection, when you get all this data, you're trying to sift through the data. And so they needed some sort of mathematical algorithms to analyze the data. And so CDC used something called proportional reporting ratio. So they're looking for disproportionate adverse events as a signal for a drug or for a vaccine. So remember that, PRR, that's what CDC used. The FDA used something called empirical Bayesian analysis. So two different analytical algorithms for looking at all this data, these thousands of reports that come in. So now fast forward to the end of 2020 when they got the emergency use authorization for the vaccines. I can quickly explain what masking is. 21,000 deaths in 2021. So you had Moderna. These are rough figures. So you had Moderna, let's say 10,000 deaths associated with the Moderna vaccine. And you had the Pfizer, about 21,000 deaths associated with the Pfizer vaccine, and then 280 deaths with all of the vaccines. So if you look at Pfizer, you look at 10,000 deaths, and you compare that to Moderna 10,000 plus 280, there's nothing disproportionate about that, right? It's equally safe, equally dangerous. Then you look at Pfizer, compare that to Moderna, 10,000 versus 10,280. Again, nothing disproportionate, equally safe, equally dangerous. But you and I, we didn't need a sophisticated algorithm in 2021 when you went from 280 deaths per year to 21,000. So now let's talk about what we have discovered because of Bobby Kennedy's commitment to radical transparency. We had 11 million pages. The FDA, CDC was not cooperating with us or Kennedy. Kennedy finally said, no, give him this data dump. So 11 million pages. We discovered that Peter Marks, the head of CBER, this is the division within FDA that approves vaccines and then surveils for safety, was warned by Dr. Anna Sharfsman that their algorithm is going to hide and mask safety signals. 26 days later, they developed a new algorithm and they showed Dr. Marks and senior FDA officials 25 safety signals on things like sudden cardiac death, pulmonary infarction, Bell's palsy, different types of strokes. For 3 consecutive months, they kept doing data runs showing more adverse events. And do you think Peter Marks and the officials at FDA pinned a medal on our badge and said, thank you, God, this is what we're looking for? We were searching for needles in the haystack. We were trying to find those little signals so we could warn doctors, we could inform the public so they had informed consent. No, the exact opposite. They told her to cease and desist. They said, we didn't ask for this. This isn't your job. Quit giving us these data. We talked to Sharfsman. She said it's viewed as a pest.
They viewed the lady as a pest. Now, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm telling you, man, that's what I'm talking about. These people are psychopaths. I mean, really, they did just the opposite. That's why you can't be too worried about that stuff that happened way back then, because we got enough stuff happening right now. You remember the other week when they was on the show talking about our history and all that blow? Yeah, but we got history.
I've been going at it with people. I've been going at it with people on Instagram today about the same thing. They said we need to start being nice to white people. We need to start jumping on them and killing them and beating them up and all kind of craziness.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, over some, and the reason why they say we should do that is because we should have never listened to Martin Luther King. That's what they say. Right. Yeah, they said because of Martin Luther King dream, now we all want to be friends with them. I don't think that's the case. And I keep and we talk about this. You said this, Art. We can't keep acting like we are slaves. Yes, our ancestors were slaves, and we can't keep acting like all white people are slave masters. Yes, their ancestors were, but it's not. I mean, they got all this thing. They telling me that lynchings and hangings still going on today. I mean, maybe isolated cases, but it's not like I don't know nobody white that's hung nobody, and I don't
Yeah.
know nobody black that's been a
Then
slave.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Well,
and
I
I've
would
never
say,
seen nobody hanging from a tree, and I never seen nobody strung nobody up from a tree. I don't know
right.
why we want to live in this imagination world of the only thing that matters is what our ancestors went through. We
Because
ain't
they
doing
keep
nothing
putting
to
the
make them
plays.
proud. We ain't doing nothing to make them proud.
Yeah, because they keep putting the plays together and we keep sleeping on the real thing. They got you
Yep,
focused on that when you missed everything about COVID. That's what we're talking about. That's how they
yep,
put the plays together. They got you
yep,
focused on the wrong thing. They always have you focused on the wrong thing. They keep us doing that. I don't know how they keep us doing that. They want you to think about slavery when you ain't never seen a slave. They want you to think about Jim Crow when you ain't never been in Jim Crow. They don't want you to think about COVID. You don't want to think about that, which that's the
yep,
biggest thing right now in our lifetime that's going on. If you want to remember something, you ought to be remembering that because that is what they're doing. That's is where they're going to go from here. They're not
yep.
going back into slavery. You're not going to see that no more. But you're
Yeah,
going to
and
see
if
some
they
more of what they made.
if they hear the adverse effects of it, you know they're not gonna come out and tell you that when we see these random RIPs on up and down our timeline all the time, that these people ain't dying from that.
Right, exactly. When the man just gave you all the symptoms of everything they dying from, man,
Man,
everything
I
from
keep
blood
telling people,
clot
man, I
to,
know
to,
them
to heart
symptoms,
attacks, huh?
I know Bell palsy,
Bell
these are the
palsy.
stuff that people are really experiencing. People
Right,
that we know. See, that's the thing. They got you thinking about slavery and slave masters when you ain't never been a slave and you don't know a slave master, but they ain't got you thinking about the people that you know that's having cardiac arrest and developing Bell palsy, but this stuff is a direct effect for what they just put in their body. You're not
right,
thinking about that. They got you
right.
thinking about what they want you to think about.
That's the
We got
play.
all the resources in the world to build something phenomenal for black people to accomplish something. But the only thing they want you to do is focus on, oh, they trying to take the history away from kids. Oh, they trying to, hey, look, they got history first period, second period, they got transgenders reading to them, and then they got the Bible banned.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
mean, that's
mean,
where we at
it's
today.
crazy.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been a lot going on, all right. And I was talking to you about this, like I'm starting to feel like I don't want the play to be ran on the conservatives either, because I'm thinking that everybody can't always think the same.
right.
You can't
Exactly.
always think the same. You got to be able to object to something. I got to have a Democrat to say what that's pedophilia for them to have a sexy summer camps for 4 and 5 year olds masturbating. Not one
Right,
time. See, you hate Trump so bad you won't even come out to say it's wrong to have 4 and 5 year olds masturbating. You
right.
know what I mean? You hate
Yeah,
Trump so bad you won't admit the truth.
yeah,
I don't get it. I'm not gonna say that Carmelo Anthony uh, was a thug and he went to school to kill Austin Madkeff on purpose. He knew what he was doing just because I'm a conservative. I'm not
right.
gonna say that. I'm gonna
No,
tell the truth. I'm gonna say I don't know what happened,
that's exactly right. That's what
because
you're
it's easy
supposed
to
to do.
paint a picture to say, oh well, he ain't had no business up under their tent. Or
Yeah,
if you and your family up under a shelter, and I'm having a birthday party, and that's my shelter for the day. If I
right,
come up to you and say, "Hey man, excuse me, but I think this our shelter. We got some people on the way to set up. We about to get and you know it's not yours." And I come to you respectful, you'll be like, "Okay, cool, I understand. We'll get from up under here. Go ahead and do your thing." But if I
right,
come up under there and I say, "Hey man, I don't know what y'all doing up under here. Either y'all need to leave now, or when my people get here, we gonna make y'all leave." You might
right,
be like, "I ain't going nowhere," because you don't talk to me like that, especially when I'm with my family. Don't
right,
nobody know what happened in the situation to be 100% sure. You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
Because if we all stood there and looked at the situation, we could say, okay, Carmelo Anthony was 100% guilty of what happened. Or we could all sit there and watch it and say, you know what? Well, Austin Metcalf was tripping. He got
right,
exactly what he deserved.
right.
But I'm gonna keep it 100. Anytime you do something to somebody and they ain't got a weapon, you should do time for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And these are the
You
kind of laws
should
they need to put on books so people will start thinking before they
before
do
you
stuff.
act. Right, right.
Exactly.
Before they act. Yeah, you have to
Exactly.
start thinking and putting some thought into what you do. I mean, you
Exactly.
got time to leave that situation.
Exactly. But you can't allow your party affiliation or what side of the aisle you sit on to make you commit to a thought or a way of thinking. You know what I mean?
That's not
There's
right.
no reason
Yeah,
why Trump sat up there and said, the number one, if you're a Democrat and you agree, please stand. The number one responsibility of the American government is to take care of American citizens and not illegals.
everybody
And
should
that,
stand on that.
at least one person should have stood.
Yeah,
At least
everybody.
one person, at least five
Yeah,
people should have stood. You
but
see what I'm
that's
saying?
just
Just
to show
because
you
I
how they
align with
feel.
your, just because we align with the same values, I gotta at some point keep it 100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that include the
Yeah, that
police.
include
Well,
police.
yeah. That include if the police pull their trigger and shoot somebody, they should have a minimum of 3 to 5 years.
Absolutely. If that's not
And,
a
and then
justified
they'll
shooting,
start thinking before they pull the trigger. That's how you keep the
exactly.
world safe. That's how
But
you
I
make the
would
world
say,
safe.
especially the police. I would say, especially the police.
Yeah,
But
exactly. And I'm right
yeah,
there with you, especially the police.
especially the police. They should have a bigger commitment than anybody else to be able to think. That's a fact.
Yeah.
The day we talking about putting the plays together, we got another clip that we're gonna show y'all. We're gonna show you exactly how they put the plays together. I mean, right now though, we're getting ready to show you what happened. Do y'all remember this pager story? Okay, to where all the pages over in the Middle East, Israel rigged all those people pagers and to explode at a certain time when they wanted to detonate them. They had them all to explode. Well, this is we're gonna show you that clip in case y'all didn't know that. Then we're gonna come back and show you the Mossad agent. If y'all don't know who a Mossad agent is, it's an agent of Israel. It's more like they mafia. Okay, it's part of the deep state. I know y'all heard of the deep state. The deep state is the people that's actually running this country. They running every other country. They running it all. They comprise of people that you don't see and that you don't know. And you got a Mossad agent gonna tell you how the play is being ran, not on a local level, but on a global level. What I mean by global is all over the world. They run these plays, and we don't even know we running them. We don't even know that they putting the play together. That's what happened in COVID. They put this whole big play together, and they ran the play, and they made us run the play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for them. They had us now, have us against each other. But we're gonna go ahead and show them a couple of clips.
Here we go.
"60 Minutes got an inside look at how Israel pulled off one of the most daring and sophisticated intelligence operations in history. It was the so-called pager plot, in which pagers worn by members of the miniature at how Israel pulled off one of the most daring and sophisticated intelligence operations in history. It was the so-called pagered into miniature bombs. Lesley Stahl spoke with two recently retired Israeli agents who spent years masterminding the plan.
This is the pager that Hezbollah was using. So it's very sleek, and it certainly can fit in a pocket. So get into a bomb.
So to make it into a bomb, we have to enlarge it a little bit.
In order to put explosives inside, but not too much glove, to calibrate the grams of explosive needed to be just enough to hurt the fighter, but not the person next to him.
If we push the button, the only one that will get injured is the terrorist himself. Even if his wife or his daughter will be just next to him, he's the only one that's going to be harmed.
And you can watch more of Lesley Stahl's report, including perspective from those in Lebanon, at cbsnews.com.
Yeah, here we go, Art.
That was
You ready
the
for, you want me to show the other one?
That was
Yeah.
the pager plot. That's how they put the play together. That was the Pager plot, and they blew up a bunch of people over there that was using those pages. Now, if you don't know, Hezbollah is who Israel was after. They wanted to kill off all the leaders and all the people of Hezbollah, and they infiltrated them, and they blew up all their pages, which they killed some of them. Some of them, they killed their families because they the one grabbed the pager and looked at it and answered it, and they was the ones that got hurt in it, a lot of their family members. So, you know, that was huge to be able to pull something off like that. Okay, now we're going to have the same guy coming back. We're going to show you what he says about running these plays that they play on us. Yeah, they played us big time during COVID, but this is how they do it. He's going to tell you how they exactly do it.
Were rigged, as I told you, with PETN explosive. The intended target were Hezbollah operatives. But what I want to draw your attention to is just the trajectory of their injuries, right? So these people, they heard the pager go off, whether it was their dad's pager or their uncle's pager. They went to go grab the pager, they held it in their hands, and to get it to go off, you had to hit the OK button. Hit the OK button, and it subsequently exploded. This is why it took off their fingers. In one case, it took off a person's nose because it means its trajectory is going from here to here. And in many cases, it took out their eye because they were looking at it. Okay. PETN, exploding, shrapnel. And of course, because of the shrapnel, they have cuts all over their faces. So we know who did this, obviously, because they were very proud that they did this. It was Israel. How did they do it? Well, they interrupted the supply chain of pagers by creating a bunch of fake shell companies and selling the rigged pagers to people who were affiliated with Hezbollah. Admittedly, by the way, kind of genius. The thought of how they infiltrated was, well, pagers are a very dated technology, and there are only so many people who are mass buying pagers, right? Not many people are bulk purchasing them, so to speak. But the exact details of where they interrupted the supply chain, how they manufactured these pagers, how they amassed the PE-10, or where they amassed the PE-10 explosive from, where that assembly took place of the rigged tech, all that information remains unknown. What is known is how proud the Mossad was and is of their ability to infiltrate specifically companies and organizations. And I'm just going to let you listen to one of the Mossad agents applauding their abilities to do just that, following the pager attack, of how they did it. Take a listen.
We have an incredible array of possibilities of creating foreign companies that have no way being traced back to Israel, shell companies over shell companies who affect the supply chain to our favor. We create a pretend world. We are a global production company. We write the screenplay. We're the directors. We're the producers. We're the main actors. The world is our stage.
So the company in Taiwan, Gold Apollo, did they know that they were working with people from Mossad?
Gold Apollo had zero clue that they are working with the Mossad.
And neither did Hezbollah.
When they are buying from us, they have zero clue that they are buying from the Mossad. We make like Truman Show. Everything is controlled by us behind the scene. In their experience, everything is normal. Everything was 100% kosher, including businessmen, marketing, engineers, showroom, everything.
It's just amazing. We create a Truman Show. We are the directors, the actors, the performers. Everything in your life will be fake, and we will be pressing play. It's just...
Me and Art come on here every week and tell y'all time and time again, that's what they do.
Yeah, we be press and play. We the ones press and play. They set it up. Yep. It's a global. Did you hear the man say that's global? A world global. Yep. They do this all over the world. They made everybody press play. They set up these narratives, there's fake narratives. They set up stuff. They set it all up for you, and you run the play. Blow tell you all the time that you run the play.
You run the play.
Yeah.
You think how they want you to think. You don't think out. You don't think out of. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You know, everybody was so upset about them January 6 riders, right? Getting the money. They were saying, oh, Trump trying to pay his people off and all this. You know what we should have done? If we would have been thinking critically, we should have fought and made sure every single one of them got paid.
Exactly.
So soon as we got our people back in place, we could have got our money. But no, but the media, Whoopi Goldberg and them, they come out here, they trick y'all into being against it, and you don't even understand that you hurting yourself. You should, each and every one of us, we should have made sure when they was like, oh no, Trump ain't paying them. What you mean they ain't paying them? We should have been out there marching. Trump, pay your people. Pay your people, because soon as it's time for our people to get back in charge, they need to pay us. But y'all let them trick y'all. That y'all don't be thinking for y'allself, man. That's why I always say I think that me and Art is more pro-black than most of y'all. Y'all call us the coons, but we the ones thinking. Y'all not thinking. Y'all let D.L. Hughley and Charlamagne the God and Whoopi Goldberg get y'all upset because he paying reparations to January 6 riders. Well, we should have been, everybody black should have been like, boy, please pay them as soon as you can, Trump. Make sure every single one of them get paid. Because soon as a Democrat that swear they for black people get back in office, they need to give all us our reparations.
Right. Well, the problem with that, Blow, is they ran the play on us already. They gave you a black president. Yeah, but they made sure you didn't get nothing out of it. They gave you a black president for 8 years. They ran the play perfectly. They had you thinking this man was the savior of the black people. And he did everything for everybody except the black people, and you still happy with it. Right now, if you go back and ask the black people about Barack Obama, they would tell you they loved him to death, even though he did not one thing you can name for you. That is the play being ran. You go back and you had a black president for 8 freaking years, and you can't name one thing he did for the black people, and that was the play. We gave y'all what y'all wanted. Now y'all how to be happy. The Democrats gave you a black man as president, but he wasn't allowed to do a blame thing for you. And you happy with that. I get it. You already happy with that. Right now, if you say something about Michelle or Barack Obama, they ready to jump down our throats. And the man absolutely did. Trump has did more for the black people than Barack Obama ever thought about doing.
Well, my whole thing with Trump is I think Trump done did more for Americans. See, if Trump do something for Americans, that means everybody gets something out the deal. My problem is when y'all anti-Trump, but y'all go vote for the people to do something for everybody except for you.
Exactly.
I'd rather be included with the everybody than to be everybody get something except for me. That don't make no sense. Come on, man. Come on, man. The only thing that black people ever wanted was equal, fair opportunities at the workplace, safe communities. That's it. And protect our kids. That's all we wanted. That's all we ever really wanted.
But I think all we wanted was a shot at it. We got the shot. You got
that's all we ever wanted. And they can't even deliver that. Look, they can't even deliver that for you, but they'll allow 12 million illegals to step right over you and hand it right to you right in front of your face. And then you'll go out there, and march for them.
Exactly.
You'll go out there and march for them. You'll call them a citizen when when you can't go nowhere. Well, where can you go without your documentation?
Did you see them marching for you doing Black Lives Matter? I didn't see them marching for you, and you definitely out there marching for them. And I say this every show. I said this every single show. The Asians went out there and got a hate bill when 2 people got hit upside the head, and you marched for a whole George Floyd, and you ain't got nothing yet. You can't even as much get a hate bill out of that. Can't nobody come over here and tell me what you got out of all that marching for Black Lives Matter, except for something wrote in the street. You didn't get a bill out of it.
I feel the same way this is. I was just proud he was in office too. I ain't really got nothing bad to say about Obama, but I know the truth. He did absolute. If you a black president, you got to do at least one thing just for black people.
You better. Or I could have put somebody white in there. I'm just saying, I could have put somebody white just as good as black. It wouldn't have made me no difference if I'm not going to get nothing out of the deal. Just to say I was black for being in office don't amount to nothing to me personally.
Exactly.
That don't amount to a hill of beans to me. unless you get up there and do something. Look, when you get in a position like that, you ought to be willing to die for something. Dog.
Yeah, but it's a whole bunch of stuff. But it's a whole bunch of stuff he could have done. He could have said, if you're a non-violent offender, we'll take your felony off your record. If you ain't been in no trouble in 10, 15 years and you just got some old drug charges or some petty crimes or something you ain't never did nobody no harm, we go just clear your record so you can have a clean chance at a good job or anything. He could have did something like, or so you could get a firearm to protect your family.
Well, in all this stuff that Trump is doing, which I hear people every day, even Republicans saying Trump ain't did nothing he said he was going to do, but he did, but he have. They won't start with the border. Okay, he closed that down. Okay, it's closed. I'm just saying, you can start with that. You can start with, look at the money that he has given to newborn kids. I mean, you put $1,000, and a lot of people is giving into that program. So it grows like wildfire. If you having a kid, that's an incentive to have kids. Believe it or not, that takes away,
especially with the stock market high, and the stock market, the stock market is high. So the money is gaining interest.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. It's going to gain it all the way up, and other people can put into it. You can put into it, and they going to invest it, and you're going to have some money when your kid gets big. I don't see anybody could have done that, but Trump done it.
Yep. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime.
No,
my money been looking good. My money been looking super good. I stay in the overtime. I'm loving it.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you mean?
My grandma can't stand Trump. My grandma can't stand Trump, but she kept it 100. She said my SSI check $250, $300 more now because they're not taking no taxes out of it.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, any president could have done this stuff. Why Trump had to come along and do it?
We can keep going.
If somebody was doing anything. But that's the problem. I get a bunch of Democrats on here, but nobody ever come and tell me what exactly they done for this country.
Art, you ain't even finished yet. We can still keep going. He done took all these men out of women's sports. He done stopped all these gender affirming surgery for kids. He done stopped all this type of foolishness. Ain't nobody talking about that, but this is the problem with it all. You got all these people that hate Trump so bad that the only thing they go do is get all this taken away. Because as soon as they get in place, they go stop giving the money to the kids. They go open the border right back up. They go start doing that pedophilia stuff again. I keep telling you, the police better not catch you with your child in front of you masturbating, let alone somebody else.
Yeah.
Come on now, that don't make no sense. You can't talk to no kid about their gender. You cannot do it. That is pedophilia. That is Epstein Island stuff to its finest. You want to see the files? That's the files right there. Everything that the Democrats are standing for is the files, man. Y'all want people in places just to make y'all feel good, but they ain't qualified. Come on, man. Is you crazy? My mama came in 10,000th place for Woman of the Year, and she worked more than any man. Come on, man. That don't make no sense.
Well, they cried because they had a UFC fight on the White House. You tell me that that's better than turning the White House with a rainbow and bringing a man up there and giving him the Woman of the Year award at the White House. Now you
got a man out there with boobs. You got a man out there with boobs, and you got a woman out there with a full beard with hers cut off, and both of them got their shirts off.
Yeah, that's at the White House. But you mad because it's a UFC fight going on, or somebody trying to clean up DC and make a pool better. You know what they wanted to do? Trash the pond that Trump was cleaning up.
But it don't matter. It's kids in general. You're right. It's not black kids. It probably wasn't a bunch of black kids. But you know what? It's a lot of black kids getting them transgenders reading to them and all that stuff. No one pays for black kids. That's an incentive for white women. Come on, stop playing.
Yeah.
Stop playing. Go sign yours up for it and see if you go. Who told you that?
If you got one that you done had, go sign them up. If they didn't force you to get rid of it, go up there.
My whole thing with this comment right here. See, this is what's wrong with the world. That's just like black people saying that they want you to have an ID to stop you from voting, but can't nobody say, "Oh, I'll try to get my vote off and couldn't."
Right.
You ain't got one black person never stood up and said, "Man, I went to go vote on this day and I didn't get my vote off."
Yeah.
But they put that craziness out there. Whoever told you that is a fool. That don't even make no sense. It says American children. Come on, man. If you have a child born, you can go sign them up.
Yeah, whether they black or white.
Well, I'm pretty sure you know somebody with a child.
Yeah.
that's been born, go sign them up and see what
Hey,
happens.
but you know why they put that up there, Blow? A Center for White Women, because they the ones wanting to have a kid. Black women ain't trying to have no child. That's the whole thing. They talking
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
They
yeah,
got
yeah,
the
yeah. That's
highest.
what we talking
They
about,
got
the
the highest
$1,000.
rate of abortion.
Yeah, because and not only is he doing that, they talking about he about to do it, he about to up it up where you could just add a child on. They don't even have to
Right.
be a newborn.
Exactly. They trying to get it up there. That's right.
Come on,
They
man. And
trying
the
to get
man
it
and the
today.
man trying to get rid of federal taxes. Ain't nobody talking about that.
No, they ain't wanting to talk about that. That's the play.
No, they don't
That's the
know. They don't
play.
want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the fact the man trying to get rid of federal taxes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if I think the dates is from
Last
January
year,
the 1st,
25.
2025. It was
Right.
January 21st, 2025, all the way to December 31st, 2028. If it's a child born that's an American citizen, you could go to trumpaccounts.com and sign them up, and they'll get $1,000 in their account, and it earns interest all the way to they 18 years old. But they're
Right.
not talking about that on ABC,
And you can put
NBC,
into it.
Whoopi Goldberg, Charlamagne, Steve Harvey, DL. They're not talking about that. They're talking about the reflecting pool, and they're talking about all this other foolishness. They ain't talking about gas going down.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about high gas, but ain't nobody talking about the cheap gas. Oh yeah, that is a very interesting. I mean, my thing is you can say something, but it's gotta be valid, because that don't make no sense, because we live in 2026. Me and Art say this all the time. You can't make gas cheap for white people and black people don't benefit. So what you mean
Exactly.
that's for white women? How can they do that?
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How can they
It's
do
just
that? That's what I
stop.
want to know.
Well, it's just like
Because it
gas.
ain't even
I guess you say
look,
gas.
and it's not even an approval or a denial. It's just if they born and they're a real child, they get the money.
Right.
This ain't even nothing
Exactly.
they got to be approved or denied for. They already approved.
Right. And that money can stay in there. Other people put into it. It's gonna grow
Yep.
even faster. I mean, come
Yep.
on, man. These programs and stuff, I can't help it if you can't think of nothing that these other jokers ain't done or done. Yeah.
Yep. You want to swap Trump out for nothing. Because
Right.
can't nobody
Exactly.
tell me what you swapping them out for.
I tell you what, Keisha Kiki, I still would try to sign them up and see, because they might just let them in. I'm just telling you, I would go there and go on there and still try to sign them up,
Yeah.
because they
Yeah, I
might just
would
get
too.
an incentive.
Yeah, because they already talking about they about to start letting older kids, so he'll qualify for that.
Yeah.
How many people are go wait for 18 years? Look, see, this is the point. This is the point. This is the point we talking about right here. So I tell you what you do. You wait till a Democrat come in, and then he go get absolutely nothing at 18. Why do you not know? Why do we not
Yeah.
understand the difference between something and nothing?
Boy, it's
Something.
hard.
Okay, so you go wait 18 years anyway.
Yeah. You sure
They go
will.
turn 18 anyway. So you rather
Yeah.
turn 18 with nothing than 18 with something? I don't
Well,
get it.
that's too
But you
much,
go
bro.
vote. But this is something. So don't forget this. This
That's
is
too
something that
much,
Trump
bro.
created. The Democrat didn't create this. But I guarantee you, if a Democrat created this, you wouldn't have
You wouldn't be
said
getting
this.
nothing. You wouldn't be
No,
getting nothing.
no. But my thing is this. But you wouldn't have said that if a Democrat brought this up. You would have said it
Exactly.
was a good thing. See,
Yes,
that's
you
what
would
we're
have said
talking about. They think for you. They
Yeah.
think for you, because the narrative they will be talking about it. It'll be on ABC, CNN, all this stuff. Sign your
all
kids
over
up
the
now.
place.
Open
Yeah.
enrollment. Sign them up. Sign them
Yeah.
up for the Biden and the Kamala Harris accounts. Everybody
Right.
will be praising the Kamala Harris accounts.
Right. Yeah.
Come on now, I
They'll be
don't get
signing
it.
them up left
I
and
don't
right.
get it.
But
So
they
I tell
not
you what,
gonna
you're
do
right,
that,
black.
though.
You're right. How
They
many
not
black
gonna
people
do
go
that.
wait 18 years? They go wait 18 years for nothing. They ain't gonna get nothing. See, I just said that about 5 seconds ago. You want to trade something for nothing.
That's the trick. That's the play. They run the play on you to get you. You'll have. You know what they said? They say you're gonna have nothing and be happy. You're gonna have nothing and be happy. That person
Yep.
will have nothing and be happy with nothing. Why?
Yeah,
Because
because
that's
if
the
you
trick.
vote, think about it right now. Think about it right now. If you vote Kamala Harris in today, tomorrow, they go start back, the elderly go get the cut for taxes on their Social Security again. Your overtime is go start getting taxed again. This is stuff. So you rather have somebody that you like and get nothing than somebody that you don't like and benefit from. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Man, Art said all the time, if David Duke write a check for a deal, hey, I'm cashing it too, Art. I'm cashing it too. But you got some people, some of us too black for our own good, though. And that's a problem, man. We too black for our own good. You say what person of color want to wait 18 years? They got to wait 18 years anyway. I'd rather them turn 18 and they get $70,000, $80,000, $110,000 than them turn 18 and get absolutely nothing.
Yeah, well, that's true.
They're gonna cut poor people, food stamps, housing. Boy. They don't need that stuff anyway. We tell you that all the time. Saying. Don't you know if they go get a job, they go get more anyway? Don't you know that? You know that? And I'm gonna tell you something. Don't you know that stuff ain't even real money? All that stuff is vouchers. That's imaginary money. That's not even real money.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Why are you depending on them to do anything? Why are you depending on them for your food?
But that's our money, Art. That's not even liquid money. That's not even liquid money. Don't you remember when they used to give you the food stamps in the book? That wasn't real money. When they give you a card, that's not no real money. The only way people get real cash from them benefits and them vouchers is if they sell the food stamps and get half the money in cash. That is not even real money. They trick you with that.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of that movie that Trav P told us to watch that time. Y'all need to watch that movie.
We'll get it back on.
That's how they run the play on us.
Yeah.
They got y'all wanting y'all to exchange a family and a husband for not even real money, just the thought of financial freedom. Just because you're renting $150, that money, that voucher, it's just a piece of paper.
Right.
That ain't no real liquid. That's not no money. That's not no money because you got a card and they say you got $1,000 on there. That's not no money. You can't go take it off.
Absolutely not. It's crazy. It's crazy how they do that. I'm just
that's crazy. They don't understand delayed gratification.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, that's it because that's the way it works. You do the same thing with, okay, you say a black person ain't gonna wait 18 years. You're right. They gonna wait 65. But that's how long you got to be for them to give you something for free. You've been working all your life and and I'm gonna tell you something. Social Security should go up every month. I mean, every year, because you can't tell me, God forbid, I might not make it to 65. And if I don't make it to 65, somebody's stuff need to go up.
Yeah, because you didn't spend that money.
I didn't spend that money. I've been working my whole life. And what about the people that died 64? Come on, man. People die 64, been working their whole life, never get a Social Security check, but they keep it the same. That stuff's supposed to go up. See, this is the stuff that we're supposed to be fighting for.
Yeah, that's the biggest Ponzi scheme ever created. Social Security is the biggest Ponzi scheme. Can't nobody else do a Ponzi scheme but the government. That's the only person that makes a Ponzi scheme legal. Social Security is the biggest. Why would you take our money and keep it all that time and then talk about can't even give it back to us when it's time to give it back? Plus, you done made money on the money. If I took somebody's money and did that, then they would lock me up like they did Bernie Madoff because he had a Ponzi scheme going on, just like the government got. Nobody wants to bring that up. We don't want to fight for the right thing. You know what we want to fight for? We want to fight for slavery, which you ain't going to see in that manner anymore. You want to fight for Jim Crow, which you ain't going to see in that manner anymore.
They want to see it, though. I don't understand why y'all want to see it. You can't take it. These little kids these days, our generation, you can't take it, man. They string you up and hit you one time. Everybody go die fooling with you. You telling everything. It don't make no sense. You want to lash on your ass so bad.
Right.
His ass says 2 kids, $2,000. You will not qualify for any needed support, included Medicaid. You keep talking about assistance. You ain't talking. Now, one time have you said anything about a job making $20 an
hour? Yeah, and not needing no assistance.
I'm just being honest with you. That's the problem, man. That's the mindset. See, that's a chain on your brain right there. You're talking about Medicaid and Medicare and all this stuff, man. This stuff that you can, man, that stuff, you can afford that stuff if you're working. You can afford that stuff. You go be better off with a job. So let me ask you a question. I don't know how old you are, but I'm 43 myself. I remember when I was probably about from 10 to 15 years old, I used to hear my auntie say, "Oh, I'm about to let this stuff go. Because I can go get a job and work and be better off." You ain't never heard no women talking about letting go of a government assistance so they can get to it.
Right. Yeah. If you need it, it's a trap. Yeah, it's a trap.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you need it though? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Look at what cost do you get it? You act
Right.
like you don't have to pay no cost for it. If you can have a man that go to work to help you, and if you can have a husband in the house to take care of you and your kids, and on top of getting it, then that's the thing. But you got to X him out to be qualified. I don't understand. I don't understand how you got to be qualified for some stuff when it comes to these people, but other stuff you don't got to be qualified for. You don't even got to be a woman to win Woman of the Year award, but you got to have a whole life, be single with kids to get any assistance. That don't even make no sense to me. They give you food stamps till you make 50 cents over the limit, and then they go stop giving it to you. If they want to help you, they should give it to you anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on, now that ain't nobody trying to help you. Oh, you make too much money. We got to cut you off for a month.
Right.
Go ahead and quit your job again, and we go give it back to you.
Yeah. Hey, that's not an incentive to get
got a
nothing done.
bedroom house paying $200 a month for it, where she could be out here really living with a man. Her and a man, she got a job working, he got a job working. They could be thriving. But they don't want you to, you can't see that so much. And I say this all the time, and I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. If it wasn't for government assistance, women will make men do right. You know, call his phone, he don't answer, call his phone, he don't answer. He'll be in there watching Sports Center. He'll go to the door, or he'll go to the door and look out the door, his child will be standing there and
yeah, pulling out.
Should be pulling off. We got a caller. All right, go ahead, time to tell the truth. Oh shoot, the caller hung up. Call back, caller. Yeah, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, stop playing with us.
Absolutely. I need Medicare more than I need $1,000 for 18 years. Do you not understand that we didn't say you think it's $1,000 for 18 years? It's $1,000 that's
gaining interest over 18 years.
For 18 years.
Right. Gaining
interest. Exactly. They better stop playing with us. They know they better stop playing.
We know better.
Stop playing with us. Because we know better.
Right. I'm telling you. Yeah, you missed a lot.
What you missed? You ain't missed nothing. Yeah, we just telling it like it is. I'm just saying this. It's a, you know.
Look,
they don't want us to think that America is our country that we can go get it and thrive in.
Right. That's the play. That's the biggest play. But they want to bring everybody else in, and they can thrive like crazy. They can give them money. They can give them everything else. They can have their man in the house. How come the Mexican women got their men in the house and getting all these services? They not only got their men in the house, they got several men in the house. But they can still go get the same services you screaming about you can't go get. You got a man there. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
This thing is crazy, man.
We ought to stop. They living in gated communities too. They living in gated communities.
Yeah.
Yeah, they living in gated communities with 15 cars outside the house.
Yeah. With plenty of money. You know?
Plenty of money.
We the ones get the play ran on us. So they every time something come up, they're gonna point you backwards. Oh, look here, this Jim Crow. Oh, look here, this is slavery. What bag say?
Well, Martin Luther King did us a
put y'all back in chains again.
Man,
what bag say we're gonna put y'all back in chains?
Let me tell you something. I get it. It might be somebody that, and to be honest with you, I be believing in my heart of hearts. I believe it be the Democrats. I might be wrong, but when somebody get hung or a lynching case or that stuff come up, man, because when I look it up, they'll say, oh, it's foul play involved. But when I go look up the story, they saying it was a suicide. We know people still hang themselves. I know a friend there did a me that died of a hanging, hung himself. And this is the crazy thing about it. Hey, if it wasn't on video, they could have said somebody strung him up.
Sure could have. And you watched them do it.
See what I'm saying?
Watched them on video.
And I watched them do it. So I know what's going on out here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No.
Stuff don't make no sense.
All money ain't good money, but all money do spend. I can tell you that. All money ain't good money, but all money do spend. Good or bad.
Yeah, right.
So you can make that statement, and that's fine. But I mean, y'all got to start understanding, man. These people run a play on you. They've been running a play on you. They ran a whole presidential play on you. They got you a whole black president for 8 years, and you can't name one thing the man done for you as a black person. We didn't have a black president, brother. I'm sorry, I ain't seen one. Because if we'd have actually had a black president, he would have done at least one thing for the black people, I'm sure. Now you get mad at a white man doing something for a white people when now you very upset when you just had a black president for 8 years and you didn't ask nothing of him but to be black. All you asked
and
like I said, he be black.
And like I said, the smart person, the critical thinker, will celebrate it. I want a president to do something for all his people. So whenever my president get in there, he better do something for all us. It's simple as that. Come on, man. Y'all sitting up there, Whoopi Goldberg made y'all, man, y'all ain't do nothing but cry to Trump and them end up and the people didn't even get their money. Man, I was pissed off. Everybody else was happy. I must have been the only person pissed off. Because I said, man, how stupid can y'all be? You let them trick y'all into be mad about January 6th getting reparations. Y'all should have been happy. Y'all should have been, man, look, we should have burnt something down when they said they wouldn't go get paid. We should have made sure everybody got paid. Because when they get paid, that means we get paid.
Yeah, you gotta get somebody paid.
Because you ain't gonna get them theirs, and when it come back around our time to get ours, y'all better cut some checks because we can't hear anything.
Right.
Come on, man. That don't make no sense.
Right.
That don't even make no sense to me. Y'all don't even think with y'all brains, man. But I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all think with y'all brains. The problem is you getting it controlled by somebody else thinking with your brain. I don't get it. I think with my brain. Don't nobody else think with my brain with me. Like I told y'all, all these conservative viewpoints. Oh, Carmelo, he wasn't nothing but a thug. He wasn't nothing but this. Oh, they said he got jumped. He didn't get jumped. He didn't do this. All the conservatives saying this. Just like all the Democrats saying everything but two when you ask them, how many sexes is it? They saying everything but no when you ask them, can a man get pregnant?
What is a woman? What is
they don't know none of the answers to none of these questions. Come on, man. I don't want the conservatives to get on that same boat. Just because I'm a conservative don't mean I think the same way, because I'm going to keep it 100. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I know he had a knife. I know he shouldn't have stabbed nobody. I know he killed somebody. He need to do time for that. But I don't know if the man went up under there and say, move right now, I'm going to throw you out. Now, who going to talk to you like that?
Yeah.
Who going to talk to you like that?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to talk to me like that.
Yeah.
If you say, hey, man, this ain't nothing but our team right here, man. You need to go ahead and go, man. Your tent right there. Going over there with them. You ain't got to go over there and put your hands on that man or nothing. Come on, man. Yeah. Because we do the same thing with the police. If the police shoot somebody black, I'm going to keep it 100 and say, what role did they play in it?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to do that too.
Come on, man. If the man told you to put your hands behind the back and you jumped on the man, then tried to run around the car and jump in the car after you done beat him up, then you think he ain't going to put one in you? Yeah, I might put one in you.
I will.
Hey, you jump on me and I got a gun on me. You think I'm going to let you go to your car and possibly get a gun yourself? I'm going to put one in you. And I ain't even got to be the police. You see how thinking is? You see how thinking is? Yeah. A lot of times you got to put your own self in the situation. Yeah, he stabbed the man. Yeah, he shouldn't have had no thing. But if the man went over there and told him he go throw him out, and he said, you ain't throwing me out, and he put his hands on him, then, hey, he need to face the consequences of his action, but we need to act like that man played a part in his own death.
Yeah.
Because we do the same thing with the police.
Yeah. And when the police is wrong, we call them out. We definitely call them out. I done seen some wrong police doing a lot of bad stuff, and they wasn't right. And we call that out all the time. But we also call it out the other way too. And that's what you got to be able to do. You got to be able to think from both sides. Don't just
you got to be able to keep it 100. You say it all the time, Mark. You got to be able to keep it 100.
Got to. That's where it's at. You know, if you ain't keeping it 100, that's a problem. And I don't know how people really don't keep it 100.
Is Trump better than Obama? Way better.
As a president, absolutely.
Yes.
As a president, attitude, maybe not. Okay, but we ain't looking
at
it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's necessary. I'm gonna tell you something. I say this all the time with the Putins and the Kim Jong-uns and all these other people, the Venezuelan leader, with all these other crazy leaders in these other countries. We need somebody with a little gonad.
Backbone. Yeah,
exactly. Somebody that's gonna stand on business. That's what we need. Yeah. We need somebody to go stand on business. And the reason why, and we gave you the reasons. The border secure. The border need to be secure because we can't go nowhere without a visa and a passport. So why should somebody be able to come over here?
This is common
And
sense.
why would you
bro.
let somebody think? And why would you let somebody think for you to tell you that it's okay for them to come over here, but then you can't go nowhere else without the same stuff? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Obama didn't think to do no tax on tips. He know a lot of black and white women working them bars and in restaurants and stuff like that make tips. Come
Yeah.
on, man. No tax on Social Security.
Yeah.
No tax on overtime. Come on,
Yeah.
man. You already
Everybody
know
could have
this.
done that. This ain't stuff that you can't do.
Overtime been a Ponzi scheme because everybody that get overtime know if you make 10 hours overtime and 20 hours overtime, with the taxes come out, it's almost the same.
Yeah, you
You
ain't
might
made
do
nothing.
10 hours
Yeah.
overtime
Not
and you
made
might
$10.
make exactly. Come on, man. It don't make no sense. And it's
Yeah.
on time and a half. Come on now.
Yeah.
On time and a half. Let's say you make $550 extra on your check with 10 hours overtime. With $20 overtime, 20 hours overtime, you ain't made nothing but $620. So you telling me I done did 10 more hours and I ain't getting them but $70 more because they done taxed it. Trump changed that. Now you get the 550 plus the 550.
Yeah.
You get it all. But they got you tricked. They got you tricked. Y'all make all this Trump. I'm gonna tell you something. And I told Art this too before we get out of here. If every single black person in America went and voted Republican, they'll put the mask back on. You'll get what you want then. I guarantee you'll get what you want then. Hey, you know how many Art come on here and say, have you ever seen somebody black get hung? Have you ever seen somebody black get lynched? I guarantee you, if all of us go vote Republican, I guarantee you'll see it again. I guarantee you'll see a mask come out then.
Exactly.
And you think it's the Republicans. They got you tricked.
Well, that ain't who had them on in the first place, Flo. Flo, the one who had the mask on in the first place was the Democrats. You don't
exactly. I would not even answer that question. These people set you up. Why would someone ask you about Trump over Obama? Well, you tell us what. Okay, look. Now this is what we do on Time to Tell the Truth. I just told you everything that Obama could have done that Trump did. Now you tell me what Obama did that Trump ain't thought of, and I'm gonna wait because I just gave you tax on overtime. No taxes on overtime. No taxes on tips. No taxes on Social Security. The border secure. No more transgender surgeries on the youth. Obama had something to do with that foolishness.
He started it.
He started it. Obama started that foolishness.
On, man,
Obama the reason why they having trans shows at the elementary school. Obama opened all that Pride Month stuff up to where they doing all this foolishness. Well, my mama can't get Woman of the Year award and they give it to a man. And he ain't even qualified. But that's mental health. You don't think that's mental health, TT? You telling me you don't think that's mental health that a born man can win Woman of the Year over you? I'm thinking you're a woman, TT. I ain't sure. I don't know if you're a man.
Obama released me. Obama ain't released nobody. You better go back and do some homework. Those bills is just like the bill that Ron Paul is bringing up right now. Ron Paul, always a Republican, bringing these bills up to send up there. He didn't release me. I'm gonna tell you what. You look at the bills. Look at who signed these bills. Just like this COVID law. Guess who's in there? We showed y'all the pictures. We showed you the clip. Guess who's up there right now fighting to get some relief for all this COVID damage they done? It ain't no Democrat fighting for it. It was Ron Johnson, a Republican senator. That's who fight for everything. Go back and do your homework and find out where this stuff start and who do whatever. That pressure was put on by the Republicans. Everything that you have ever got and ever done, I'll tell you this. I would tell you that
I can prove it. I can prove it.
Go ahead and prove it. Go ahead and prove it. I ain't seen you prove it. Right, like you didn't even do overtime. Yeah, you're right. Like you didn't do OT. That's right. Yeah. But, I'm telling y'all, you better pay attention. You're still getting the play ran on you. I bet you one thing. I bet you Art didn't put that stuff in his body. And TT, I just got a real feeling that you did.
Go ahead, Art.
You might have got 3 doses of that stuff.
67.
I bet you got all 3 doses. What shot you up to now, TT? About the 10th shot? I thank him when you finish taking Biden. Let's see. I thank him when you finish taking Biden for all that stuff you done put in your body. What shot you up to now? Wait.
5. Good gosh almighty.
Okay,
Damn.
keep going. I'm sure to do you some good at some point. I think that you behind actually, because I think they up to about 10. I think they up to about 10. You still short about 5. Yeah, that's okay. I'm glad you is. See, I don't want to see nobody die. That's unlike y'all telling us you want to see us dead. But
yeah, exactly.
That's show you the difference between people. You see what I'm saying? I hope you stay alive. I really hope you even arrive alive. I hope you can take the other 5 and still be here. I wouldn't say do it, but I'm just saying if you feel like that's a need, go ahead and handle your business.
Oh man.
Oh man. Oh.
Man, me and Art gonna continue to bring you episodes just like this one. Between what I say, what Art say, what's in the comments, the truth is in there somewhere.
It's one thing for certain.
There's 2 things for sure.
We gonna tell the truth.
Because it's time.
It's time. Hey, y'all get it going. Keep it going. Next week we'll be right back with another interesting topic. Look, man, stop letting them run the play on you. Stop letting them put
down ready, said.